controls. Whatever, we can just kind of watch it through together casually. But okay, for context, so you guys understand, this is Penguin, Rifkin, and Sasquatch going over TLO versus Lucifron. Again, we did not cast, but we're going to analyze for you guys anyways. And again, it's super casual analysis. We're not going super in depth with this. We just want to talk about what does and doesn't work, like why certain strategies are good versus Terran or versus Zerg. Okay.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
are we gonna just ×2 through it?
yeah, we just do ×2. Let's there we go. So okay, yeah, the barcode is Lucifron. It's not displayed on the stream. Unfortunately, we choose to analyze the one thing that doesn't have the player's name clearly displayed, but this is Lucifron, guys. Yeah, TLO's kind of an interesting character. He plays his own brand of Zerg, I feel.
Yeah, he's definitely a smarter guy. He thinks for himself, and he's not really one who seems to copy like what's the current meta game necessarily.
Oh, okay.
I think we can tell what's gonna be happening this
Yeah,
game.
but look at the timer of the game. It's a 20-minute game, so this obviously wasn't
yeah.
this wasn't a QXE 2-Rax by any means. But alright, so an interesting choice. One of the things to consider was this was a series that took place after Lucifron had just taken a couple of 2-0s, right? So I don't know if this was his choice to be on tilt or if he was down in this series at the time. I don't know which game, whether this was game 1 or 2, but opening the 2-Rax, looking to be quite aggressive. Suddenly the 2-Rax that he pulled off against Naniwa is making a little more sense now.
Yeah, and TL knows immediately as soon as Zoe gets to the main. So
This was game 1, by the way, I think. Oh no, this is game 2.
Okay, so just he's down one in the series. Goes for the full wall off. Kind of a...
oh boy.
This is really annoying for Zerg players, of course. You can't connect to the Marines, which is the only way... It's not about shutting the bunkers down, right? It's about shutting the Marines down before they get in the bunkers.
Yeah, and this is a bad memory from like Shakira's Plateau when this is like every game of my life. TLO made a lot of spines pretty quick, and that's pretty like good response versus this. But the problem is there's so many SCVs.
They're gonna repair through the damage.
Yeah.
And we see that happening
Really
right now. And it actually gets the hatchery for this too. Wow, this is typical. All right, I'm good to go in this game.
Yeah, that's what he's actually doing. He takes the expansion now as well. It's a good follow up here from Lucifron. TLO doesn't have gas, so I'm kind of wondering how he comes back into this.
Those spine guys are gonna start bleeding soon too, huh? Like,
yeah, they are actually. We're gonna need to see some like TLO ingenuity here to survive in this game, because for me, I would be like ready to tap out almost.
Yeah,
so
me too.
The fact that this goes to 20 minutes and that TLO, potentially wins this game is like.
Well,
I mean, I guess it's nice. It's nice that he's keeping these 6 SCVs here. Like they have to keep repairing, but at the same time.
Oh, look at that!
So
he broke through the rocks at the back.
Oh!
I've never seen. Hang on, pausing this for a sec. Real talk.
That's awesome.
I've been talking for months and months about how I want to see somebody utilize these back rocks one way or another, whether it's to break out or to break in. So, TLO, man, yeah.
Dude,
that's awesome.
He just reminded me that those rocks even existed.
I know nobody takes these down ever. So first off, props to TLO playing like the advantage of the map in this sort of desperate situation. Really cool. Sorry,
yeah, I mean he's gonna go for a slow baneling bust now, which isn't the greatest, obviously, but he got gas so late that he doesn't have enough money to go for speed here, and Lucifron has no idea this is coming because all he sees is, oh, there's no way for my opponent to get out of their base.
That is actually a huge oversight. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a strong wall. I mean, slowlings aren't great, but they're better than the almost no units that Lucifron has. So
he's got that second wall though, so
I guess he's just gonna force a lift here, and delay his opponent. He actually gets a bunch of Marines. So this is really good by TLO.
I mean, I'm sure you guys can verify this. Like any situation where you're stuck getting aggressive, whether it's a 2-Rax or some sort of other stupid attack, like you have to go early, right? And
yeah,
that's what I like as well.
I
like whenever I get 2-Raxed, I tend to if they pull a ton of SCVs, you can just baneling bust and win because they won't have an economy behind it. But I really like to take a proxy hatchery as well, just because they generally invest a lot to keep denying your natural, and then you just don't oftentimes don't expect a proxy hatch.
I wish there was a way to look at resources lost through repairs right now too, because I'm really curious how much he's had to invest in the upkeep of these bunkers. This is 3 spine crawlers, not to mention the fact that these are 5 SCVs that are not mining.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, and he's been
I
repairing it
don't
pretty
like
much
that
the
he's
entire
still keeping
game.
the SCVs. Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
that the SCVs are still there.
I think he just doesn't know about the other hatcheries, so he's like, if I just keep denying the natural, it's a good thing. Or maybe he's just too
Yeah.
focused on the front right now, where he still can't land his natural. So
Well, he's got hella bunkers coming up in the main though. Like he's ready for that second bust.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he thinks TLO is super all in at this point.
But
And
yeah.
I mean, it's not like he has his natural or that that far base that's saturated that much, but he definitely is ready to transition out of this
Like,
baneling bust
Lucifron's
into
not in the
macro.
worst position.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
I mean,
He finds his
doesn't have a
bases.
13C.
It's pretty hard for TLO to defend those bases. Like,
Mhm.
they're really far away from his main.
My assumption is Lucifron must not scout this for such a long time though. I mean,
Yeah.
like these are so like this third base here. Okay, that's kind of like you take this base usually as a Zerg eventually, but this fourth sort of stretched out base. This is so wild and out of place.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's really cool. I mean, that's definitely one of those things that you can do. That's you change it up, man. This isn't something you reveal on like ladder. This is something you practice for tournaments, like in these sort of desperate situations. And again, it's not like you
How does
train
he
for
pull
this. I don't know. This is
Like-
so many Hellions. I guess lots of Banelings, maybe. Roaches are coming out now, but even then, there's a lot of Marines.
There's only one Marauder though, so I guess the Roaches are going to be enough firepower.
Because
Okay,
like just
sandwich,
enough
yeah.
to hold this with a good sandwich. Yeah,
barely.
that was a really good
Yeah.
surround.
Good execution.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
worth talking or just pausing it, because like, if he had just held from the top of the ramp, those Hellions fighting the ramp would have roasted out of those links. That would have been no good for TLO. But even just having like, what was that, 4 Roaches come from behind? That was everything that mattered in that fight.
That must have alerted Lucifron though, the Roaches coming from behind, that there's other bases.
But what can Lucifron do at this point, right? I mean,
Nothing.
Yeah, he's forced to just defend. Again, putting more and more bunkers down.
Yeah, he's at this point he's in a really tough spot. He really
I think he
needed to
just
find
dies
his
to
bases
this.
beforehand. Yeah,
He must look at the game plan. But like, TLO's already caught up in workers, by the way. Despite the fact that he was so severely behind for the longest time.
yeah. This was really well played from him. Just unfortunate that there's like a back entrance for Lucifron. It's like
like-
that he didn't realize in time.
It's like Terran's elevatoring down from like a 4-gate container or something. Like, this is so cool. I really liked it, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really well
that's-
played by TLO, and I mean,
Right?
I mean,
I would love to ask, like, what would you guys have done different as Lucifron, like, if you were in his shoes? But the reality is, it just comes down to those back rocks. TLO breaking out with is just insane.
yeah, I mean, Lucifron was too caught up with the, I can wall up with 3 bunkers, there's no way out. And then,
Yeah,
like
this is something
Sasquatch said, you just kind of forget the back rocks exist.
Yeah.
This is something Lucifron will never lose to again on this map. Like,
Yeah.
probably he'll like always check that back rock like a
Yeah.
lot quicker. It's like, oh, what a disappointing loss. Like, this is the loss that you'll like always check the back rocks because of that.
Well, because that one was pretty quick on times 2. Let's load up one of the Stardust ones and see what that looks like.
Sure.
Because that one didn't, not gonna lie, I was hoping to get a little. I mean, what do you analyze about that other than the fact that TLO was really cool when he played that?
Yeah.